Alright, here's where I left off last time. I did the lockers. And it's time to make some changes, I think. I'm going to work on the ceiling. And I'm going to hide a bunch of these things. And make some changes. I have decided. Yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I'm going to do something different for this. I'm going to leave that piece for now, but because I got rid of that other thing, I can get rid of these edges. Okay. So we got that going on. Now, I want to choose something that is central. It's pretty central. And I'm going to start building a different kind of a ceiling. Yeah. All right, here we go. Bringing that up. Bring it over here. Around there anyhow. I'm going to scale this in the X so that it goes out pretty much to there. And I'm going to make some pieces that I'm going to array. So let's see. First of all, I'm going to put an edge loop down there. I'm going to look from the top and I'm going to get rid of those vertices. And my 3D cursor should be right in the middle anyhow, so I'm going to mirror this over. And put clipping on too. Okay, so what I want to do is create a central region here and another region here. Like that. And then take this and extrude it up. Let's scale it in the X like this. So when I look through, I'm going to have that. Okay, so far so good. Now, I'm going to move this to a collection and I'm going to call this ceiling. And I'm going to focus just on that. And Control 7 to look from the bottom. I'm going to put on bevel. And that's going to be all I'm going to do with that just for the moment. Now in the middle here, I am going to put a bunch of edge loops. And I'll make a section in here because I want to take, I think all of them. I'm going to press I twice to inset twice. And extrude these up a little bit. And then I'll scale in the X, pull them in a bit. And I'm going to also scale them in the Y. So I'm going to have to switch over to individual origins to scale each section on its own like that. And that's probably good enough. Let's go back. Have a look at what we've got. Now, I'm going to come back in here. Turn off the bevel so I can see better. And I am going to select an edge selection. These. And I think I can select similar length. Nah, not quite. Alright, let's try another one. Direction, that was it. So that should get all of them. I'll turn the bevel back on. And Control B. And I'm going to do this. And round it a bit. And I'll lose some of my bevel on here, but I think it'll be okay still. Now, I may also decide to grab all of these and see if I can bevel that without having to do much work. Let's try it. I'll just catch a little bit more light. Let's come in here as well and grab these. Let's see if we can bevel those a bit. Oh, get off there. Shade smooth, I'm going to switch to angle. I could try arc. It's so far so good. Weighted normal and auto smooth. And that's what I get. Now, I'm going to be arraying this in a minute. I'll show you that. I'm going to bring in a cylinder, 12 vertices. Okay, landed up there. Fair enough. Rotate X90. And I'm going to make pipes in here. Let's get rid of this face and this face. Scale shift Y. I'm going to scale it but not in the Y. And I'm going to move it over a little bit. Let's shade smooth that. What I'm thinking of doing is an edge loop here, Control B to split it, and roll back to 0 to about there. And I'll select both of these. And yeah, I'm going to go E and Alt S and push to do that. I'm going to bring another edge loop just arbitrarily down the distance, spread it out, maybe a little bit down there. E and Alt S, I'm going to push it out again. And that didn't work. So I just want to select everything and Alt N, recalculate outside in case any of my polys are messed up. Let's see. Okay. E and Alt S. Let's do that again. Just a little bit. And then I'll do one more inside that. We'll leave a little bit of a space to put a bolt. E and Alt S will come out again. Like that. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm actually going to be joining this to this. Okay, so we got that going. I'm coming in. Can I just do this? Yes, bring my 3D cursor there. Shift A, I'm going to bring in a circle. I'm going to go for 12. Scale it down. Do that. I'm going to press F to make a face. You extrude and pull it down in. This one I will bevel like this. Pull it up a little bit. Let's make sure. Yeah, let's get rid of that bottom face. There we go. Control L to select it all. And bring it down. I might scale this in the Z to make it a bit more prominent. Shift D and copy it over to here. on the other side as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in, Control L, and I'm going to select these as well. Control L. And I am going to, where do I want this? Let's look from 1. I'm just going to move it down in. Shift D, G. I'm just going to pull it over. And then I'm going to look from the top. And I'm going to rotate Z 180. And then I'm just going to have to do a little bit of manipulation here. Get this kind of thing. Okay, now let's take this and let's try an array on this. Which direction? It's going to be in the Y. I guess -Y. 0. And then I'll choose merge. Okay. My dogs are snoring and moaning and groaning. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. That's what it's looking like so far. And it's just a question of where I want this positioned. I'm going to pull it down right to the end. I don't care if it goes over there. I'm going to try different positions. I was thinking about having it kind of right above the cushions. On the other hand, it looks okay where it was. Or it might look okay. And then I do something up there. Along here. So I'm not sure, but there's a little bit more that I want to do first. So let's, I'm going to take off the array for now. And focus just on that again. Control 7, look from the bottom. I want to do something right here. Let's just let's bring in a cylinder and go for 22. I'm going to scale this in the Z. And I'm going to chop off, I have a wireframe, that. I'm going to take this, scale it down some more. Shift D, rotate Z 180. Bring it down here. So I got that. I really don't need these right now. So get rid of that. Just to make it easier. Join these edges and F to fill it and then scale it down. Extrude it down, whatever. I suppose I could have just used a circle, but Control B, quite a big bevel, roll my mouse up quite a lot. I'm just going to go for that. And then we grab the bottom edge, E and S, and scale it out. Maybe not quite that much. And a little bit more in the X and extrude it down. Put a Control 2, maybe 1 is enough, but we'll see. And let's get rid of the bottom face. And maybe one edge loop in here. All right, let's bring it down and see. Okay, it's a little bit big, so. And I'm thinking about having 2 of them. Per segment, another one over there, I think. Now actually we'll need to come out more Let's see, let's do Alt S, come out. And probably I will put another edge loop there just to tighten it up. Got more stretching than I would have liked. It may be just fine like that for what I actually need to do. Let's try it like that without the subdivision surface. Let's bring that in. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see. Yeah, okay. Let me bring a 3D cursor there. Let's bring in now another circle. I'll make it 16. Rotate X90. Scale it down. So it just sort of encompasses. I'll come here to wireframe. And we'll get rid of these. Take the whole thing and I'm going to scale it in Z to flatten it out a bit. Pull it down. And then I think I'll take these and extrude them in like that. So I have a piece like that. I'm going to convert that to a curve. Come over here. Let's go back into solid view. And I'll put this at like 4 or something. And under geometry and bevel, I'm just going to start pulling this up. And we'll shade smooth. I might go control 1. I'm going to bring this down. And I suppose I could mirror it. Let's do that. Something like that. And then I'll take this and shifty rotate Z 180. No, is that not right? Sorry, rotate Z 90. Take that back. And we'll take off the mirror, pull it in. This might be this may not work too well. Scale this in the Y. And scale it in the Z a bit. And let's move that. I guess I gotta go back to here. Move that, and I'm gonna call that ceiling light. What I want, actually, I take it back. I want to have 1 in the middle. Let's just focus on those again. I want to have 1 of those. And 3 cursors right there, so that's okay. I'm going to bring in a circle, leave it at 16. Very simply, another kind of light there. That's basically what I want. Now, is that all in ceiling light? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's do this. Let's bring everything back. And I've got this. Let's put the array back on here. 153,000, it's not so bad for what I got going on. And before I go any further, let's pull them in. Let's scale them down so they fit. And just reposition these where I would approximately want them. Okay. And then select them, join, okay, and they're there. 176,000. I can live with that. Let's check everything. Okay, let's take all of this and do that. I'm going to put the shadow on and try this Incredible Hulk kind of look. I'll take the shadow off because I just think it looks nice, like sort of cartoony. And let's just see this. All right, so this stuff is looking a little bit faceted, but I can work on that in a bit. To give myself more room for those lights, I can still come in here and take this edge and make a decision about what I want to do with this. You know, I'm certainly not going to do that exactly, but you know, I can still move this stuff around. You know, that kind of thing. And put something up there or get rid of that. But for the moment, that's what I'm going for. Okay, I can work on, like I said, those pipes and just basically carry on. Let's look from the other end through the hole. The lighting's a little bit different. Okay, so that's what I've got so far on the ship. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll leave it there and we'll come back to it later.